Last week, we built a designer flower bed from half-dead clearance plants. Today, the edible version, one herb pot, cheaper than one grocery run. Those $4 herb bundles from the store. Half of it slimes up in the fridge before you ever use it. One little pot on the windowsill replaces all of that. It crops fresh herbs all year, and it's easier than you think. I'm not selling you a green thumb. I'll show you 3 plain reasons this works on anybody, even a first-timer who kills every plant. Welcome back. Maggie here. No affiliates, no sponsor. That subscribe button just keeps me digging through the bad advice for you. Quick one for the comments. What's the herb you keep buying and keep throwing away half of? Basil? Cilantro? I read every reply. Let me show you the math first, because it's almost insulting. Say you buy a bundle of fresh herbs a week, $4 a pop, and you toss half of every one. That's roughly $200 a year on plastic clamshells of green slime. For herbs you could clip out your own window. And here's the part nobody tells beginners. The pot isn't the cheap, sad version of a real garden. For herbs, it's actually the smarter one. So why does one pot keep feeding you when a $4 bundle rots in 5 days? 3 reasons. None of them is luck. Reason 1 is the one that flips everything, but hold that. We're building to it, and it's the whole payoff. Let's start with the reason most beginners quietly give up. Here's the honest truth about killing herbs. It's almost never too little water. It's too much. Overwatering is the #1 way beginners kill a herb, and out in the garden bed you can't really fix it. In a pot, you can. That's the whole point. A container hands you control of the water that a garden bed never will. Think about what soggy soil actually does down at the roots. It's not just wet, it's suffocating. Roots need air. When the soil stays soaked, water fills the spaces where air should be, and the roots can't breathe. And once the roots can't breathe, the rot moves in. Soil fungi love a wet pot, and plants almost never come back from root rot. So a container isn't a compromise. It's the one place a beginner actually gets to control the thing that kills herbs. We'll get the pot set up right in a minute. There's one cheap mistake that undoes all of it. But first, reason number 2. This is the one that sounds backwards. Snipping your herbs doesn't hurt the plant. It makes it grow back fuller. I know. It feels like you're harming it. You're not. You're triggering it. Here's the mechanism. Plain. The tip of a stem holds the side buds asleep. It's chemistry. The top keeps the sides switched off. Cut that tip off, and the side buds wake up. 2 new stems push out where there was one. The plant bushes out. This isn't a garden blog rumor. Plant scientists call it apical dominance. Remove the tip, and the lateral buds grow out. Measured, not guessed. Pinch the tips off basil and you get more leaves in a round, full plant. That's a university extension saying it, not me. Cut mint just above a pair of leaves, and new growth pushes from those buds. Bushier every single time. So the more you harvest, the more it makes. That's why one plant keeps cropping. Reason 1, the engine of the whole thing. Now the pot, get this one part wrong and none of it works. There's exactly one thing your pot must have, and people skip it constantly. A hole in the bottom. A drainage hole isn't a nice-to-have, extension folks call it critical. It lets the extra water drain so air can reach the roots. No hole, the water just sits. The roots drown. The rot sets in, and like I said, plants rarely come back from that. A cute pot with no hole is a death trap. Drill one or grab a cheap nursery pot that already has them. Not optional. If you've ever lost a plant and never knew why, hit like. Odds are it drowned. Keeps this channel checking what really kills plants. And while we're setting up the pot, here's the first thing to skip. You'll hear it everywhere. Put a layer of gravel in the bottom for drainage. Sounds smart. It's a myth. The water doesn't drain faster through gravel. It actually perches. It gathers in the soil right above the rocks and just sits there. So you didn't help drainage. You made a soggy zone right where the roots live. Skip the gravel. The hole does the work. Here's the second thing to skip, and it's the one I see new gardeners do every spring. And the full step-by-step on building the pot. That's its own video I'm putting together. For now, the one rule that saves it. Don't dig up dirt from the yard and dump it in the pot. It's free. I know, it's also a trap. Garden soil is too dense for a container. It packs down tight, holds water in tiny pores, and drowns the roots in a shallow pot. There's a deeper reason too. In a flooded pot, oxygen can't move through fast enough, and the roots slip into a kind of energy crisis. Researchers found it plainly saturate the soil, the oxygen runs out, and the roots start breaking down from the stress. Yard dirt also carries the very fungi that cause root rot, so grab a bag of light potting mix instead. A few bucks fixes it. So, hole in the bottom, light potting mix, no gravel layer, cheap, simple, and it's most of the battle right there. Now for the question every beginner actually asks: which herb do I plant so I don't kill it? This is reason number 3, and it's not about taste, it's about picking a plant that forgives you. Because here's the thing. Easy depends entirely on what you keep getting wrong, so let's match the herb to your weak spot. First case, your windowsill is kind of dim. Not a sunny south window, just an ordinary one. For a dim spot, mint and parsley are your unkillable picks. They both tolerate shade. They'll grow where a sun lover would sulk and die. Mint especially. It grows in sun or shade, and spreads so hard gardeners pot it just to keep it contained. Hard to kill on purpose. Second case, you forget to water. Be honest, most of us do. There's a whole crew of herbs that actually likes that. Thyme, oregano, sage, the Mediterranean herbs, they want to dry out between waterings. Forgetting is basically their love language. One honest catch, that drought tolerance only kicks in once the roots are established. A brand new transplant still needs steady water for a few weeks. And the short list that just handles indoor life: parsley, mint, chives, basil, oregano, cilantro, thyme. Those take the low light and dry air best. Rosemary and sage are the divas indoors. They want more light and they catch spider mites. Out on a porch, they're tougher. Which brings us to the one everybody plants first, and shouldn't. Time to skip it. Basil. Everybody starts with basil, and on a dim windowsill, basil is the worst possible pick. Here's the catch. Basil wants 6 to 8 hours of bright light and real warmth, around 70 degrees, no cold drafts. It loves water, sure, but it punishes you for low light and chill. So basil's a sunny sill herb, not a dim corner one. Match the herb to your spot, and the I kill everything problem mostly disappears. It was never your thumb, just the wrong window. Which finally brings us back to reason 1, and the trick that turns one plant into a season of herbs. This is the whole payoff. Cut and come again. It's not a product, it's a habit, and it's why one pot just keeps giving. Remember the side buds asleep under the tip? Here's how you wake them up on purpose, over and over. Don't pick a leaf here and a leaf there. Cut the whole stem tip, right above a pair of leaves. From that cut, 2 new stems push out. Do it again next week, and each one splits in 2. It gets fuller as you harvest. That's the engine. Every cut is a signal to bush out. You're not taking from the plant, you're telling it to grow. One honest limit: don't scalp it. For a tender annual like basil, take up to half at once. For woody perennials, more like a third. Stay under that, harvest weekly, and a single basil plant outproduces every clamshell you'd have bought all summer. That's the answer to, does one pot really feed you? Yes, the cutting makes it grow back fuller, and the right herb forgives your habits. The full build, exact pot, soil mix, which herbs together, that's the next video I'm putting together. This was the why behind it. So here's what to actually do. Cheap pot with a hole. Light potting mix, no gravel. Pick a herb that fits your window. Then cut from the top, above a leaf pair, a little every week. Feed yourself, and you're feeding the plant a reason to grow. One pot, a hole, the right soil, a forgiving herb, and a weekly snip. That's the whole machine, and it runs all year. Same skill as that clearance flower bed last week. Read what the plant actually needs underneath, not what the fancy label promises. And it costs you what? $5 for the pot, a couple for soil, a few for a plant, against $200 a year? That's the honest contrast. It's not the pot versus a fancy garden. It's a living plant versus a fridge drawer full of rotting bundles. My neighbor bought basil every week for a year and tossed half, 1 pot on her sill, and she hasn't bought a bundle since. Save this video, Next time you reach for a $4 clamshell at the store, this is the nudge to grab a pot instead. And honestly, that's the bigger truth. The stores love selling you herbs by the week, because a pot on your sill only sells once. Quick recap. 3 reasons. 1 pot feeds your kitchen all year. If you remember one thing, cutting the top makes the herb grow back fuller, not balder. That's why a single plant keeps cropping all year. Reason 2. A pot lets you control water, and overwatering is the real plant killer, not forgetting. And reason 3. Pick a herb that forgives your window. Mint or parsley for shade, thyme for the forgetful, not basil in a dark corner. Hole in the pot, light mix, no gravel, forgiving herb, weekly snip, and a plant that grows back fuller every cut. Here's the thing. A herb pot isn't a green thumb thing. It's 3 plain mechanics that work on anybody who sets it up, right? Everyone thinks fresh herbs all year takes a gift. It doesn't. It was never a green thumb, just a pot with a hole. Next video, the full build, exact pot, soil, and which herbs grow happy together. The end screen tiles up. Tap it. Smart dollars, real gardens, verified receipts. Drop a comment. What's the first herb you're putting on your windowsill? I read everyone. I'll see you next time.